Hi guys, welcome to another video. I wanted to talk more about how I'm no longer vegan. A little bit of backstory for anybody who doesn't know. I ate a 100% plant-based diet for 5 years. And after 5 years, I decided, mostly due to money reasons and like survival reasons, that I would like to hunt again. I kind of also touched on how I've been eating kind of a freaking diet these past couple months. Anything that's been given to me as a donation or something I've been eating, if it has animal products in it. It's so different for everybody when they stop the lifestyle. You can see on my channel, because I documented so much of it from the very beginning to later, of how passionate I was. And I still understand all the arguments that vegans make, and I am still for most of those arguments. But when somebody's in financial trouble and they are telling you that they can't see any way to afford to eat that way, I think you need to take their word for it, because it's not so black and white, you know? There's people that can't afford to eat that are living next door to you and I, and we shouldn't be judging them. If they feel like they need to make a decision to better their family, I don't see how you can be mad at that. And I'm not trying to make you feel better about my situation. I'm telling you what my situation is today. And you can be the judge of that if you want in the comments. Since I've been very scared of the effects it's going to have on me, whether it's going to cause me stomach pains, gas, like dairy causes me extreme gas, and that's the pain I'm talking about. I'm not buying straight up milk anymore like I used to. Still on my soy milk. I think I will be for a very long time. I don't buy normal butter. I still get my vegan margarine. I eat a lot of the same way. I don't want you to think my whole diet has changed. Because I don't want people to be like, oh, she's not vegan anymore. She completely switched. Like, how did that happen? I didn't completely switch. That's what happened. I'm basically eating the exact same, but I'm adding in the hunted meat that I hopefully will eventually be hunting myself. My parents have dropped off some for me that they have hunted the past years, and that's what we're consuming right now here and there. Me and my husband were both eating a 100% plant-based diet for 5 years. We both stopped around the same time, and we both started around the same time too, funny enough, before we met each other. And we met each other at a vegan restaurant, and that's where we fell in love, basically. And here we are now, 5 years later, and we are not vegan anymore. It's weird. Throughout the years, I lost the passion to keep talking about it, because as you've seen in my past videos I've made, I put too much energy out there, and I didn't feel like I was helping anybody. So I kind of stopped and waited for people to come to me. I still made my videos, and I still had my videos there, but I wasn't like actively Twitter doing activism anymore. Like, I used to answer questions on Twitter all the time for people. And then that stopped. So I kind of got quieter and quieter with veganism over the years, and in turn it's turned more into the plant-based diet. So I was so passionate in the beginning, and then now it's not the same. Eggs are something that I don't want to consume still, because one, my personal effects from eating them. In my vegan journey, I had eaten rice that I didn't know had fried egg in it, and I didn't really realize until I started digging in. And then I was like, I think this is egg. And I had never eaten egg really as a kid on its own. My mom made me an omelet once. I didn't like it. I tried to cover it with a bunch of cheese because I liked cheese, and I still wasn't able to eat it. I've never been a big egg person. If it's in something cooked and I can't taste it, that's okay. So when I tried to eat a cookie with an egg in it, 2 of them, I was met with some bloody stool, which has happened before for me when I had the rice with the egg in it. Anytime I get bloody stool, I know that I might have eaten something from a fast food restaurant that probably had eggs on it and I didn't know it. So it would happen very rarely, and I've connected that with eggs. So I will not be eating eggs now that I am not vegan. Dairy, obviously not very much at all, because I'm eating it mostly in things I'm given. But meat, we are eating a little more of. As I said, my parents have given me some hunted meat. We have bought in some bacon here and there to have, because that was just something that we were like, yeah, severe constipation. It's really uncomfortable eating these foods when you're so used to eating them for that amount of time, and it's not easy to stop eating them and to go back. And I'm not having an easy time with it, and I don't really want to go all the way back. I want my diet to remain mostly plants because it's helping me keep things regular. If I'm eating too much meat, I know how it affects me. I get constipated. Certain times I'll get stomach aches after eating meat. And these are things that I hadn't experienced those whole 5 years, so I know it's what I'm doing now. Some people may say this is like a self-experiment. You don't need to self-experiment to know that these things are bad for you. I know that. There's lots of evidence-based studies out there that I've read, that I am all for, that I will continue to share with other people. And that's what I follow. But my personal experience also matters, because everyone has different sensitivities to foods, and you know, some people can't eat strawberry because they're allergic to strawberry. So you have to change your diet. I know that eggs are not good for my system. I know that dairy is not good for my system, and I will not be putting those in my system. Dairy not very often. Hopefully eventually not at all, once we are able to kind of get back to how we used to eat a little more. You know, it kind of does relate back to money, because if we had a whole bunch of money, we'd be able to buy a whole bunch of vegan alternatives all the time. That's not realistic though, and not many people can do that. And we got to the point this year where we couldn't do that at all. It was like rice, potatoes, beans kind of diet. Like, that's all we could have. So things change, and this is just where I'm at right now. I do kind of hope that I will be able to get back to more of 100% plant-based again. Especially when we have our own garden and we can freeze all of our food and just stuff like that. I want to be more self-sufficient, and right now hunting is helping us be more self-sufficient because we don't have the funds to eat the way we were for those 5 years. Having a kid had a lot to do with that. Kids cost more money, and we are so focused on providing for him more than how we're eating that we're gonna give up that vegan diet so that he can have more stuff that he needs. And he was eating plant-based with us in the beginning, and then when we switched, we've slowly introduced things here and there to him. Even when I was eating fully plant-based, I let him try a couple things that had dairy in them, because I never wanted to completely stop him from exploring that world. It's definitely his choice when he gets older what he wants to do, but I want to show him there's 3 ways you can really go about it, and I think that's healthy to teach a kid. I hope this video gives you a little more insight onto how things actually are right now for me, diet-wise and stuff. I haven't noticed if I've gained any weight. Honestly, I've eaten so little of animal products that I don't think that's going to be affecting me anytime soon. I kind of hope I gain a little weight, because I've just really struggled to keep weight on these past 5 years. Well, not the whole 5 years. The first 2 years I was like a chubby vegan still, and then I started just losing weight, and I'm at a healthy weight. I'm not underweight by any means, but it's just different when you're used to your body one way and then it changes. And I feel more healthy at a certain weight. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, guys. So this is the end of this video, and yeah, try not to judge so hard, because everybody is in their own situation and living their own lives, and you can't just assume how things are for somebody. So, it's the end of the video, guys. Goodbye.